Hi everyone, I'm Megan and this is FlowerFunk Farms. So what else am I gonna say? I don't know. We're out here today just to check on some winter plantings. It's pretty cold out, so unfortunately we're not gonna be planting today. But I just wanted to start a YouTube channel, share the journey of a flower from its very start, which is soil prep, to seed planting, to the actual bloom. So just wanted to share the beauty with you guys and come along for the journey. Outside of farming, I am actually a full-time teacher, and a few years ago I took about a year or so off from teaching to pursue flower farming. Did some internships at local area flower farms here in Skagit Valley, like the holy grail of flowers. We have the Tulip Festival and everything. So it's a great place to learn. And after that, the farm and I took a little bit of a break. So this is actually an entire reset year. And so you're gonna come along for the realities of basically starting a farm from scratch again. So my journey with flowers started actually several years ago. I started as kind of a hobbyist, and I would grow some dahlias on the side of my rental properties and things like that. And my passion really kicked off when my older sister got engaged and asked me to help design her wedding florals. So the obsession grew to the point where I needed more than just some backyard space. And so I reached out to my local community members and luckily was able to rent a patch of land for my first year starting out. And I had your typical annuals, dahlias, zinnias, ranunculus, all those types of flowers, and I would go to a local farmer's market at Christensen's Nursery. So we're going to be hitting the ground running this year and hoping to go back to that market as well as several others for our third official year as a farm. So throughout the time that we're together on this channel, you'll get to know me a lot better, you get to know the farm and see all the beautiful blooms. But for right now, it's the realities of farming and the hard work that comes before frolicking through the fields. So like I said before, it is the middle of late January. It's very cold out. The plan is to eventually get some ranunculus in the ground, but these are the realities of the current conditions. Ground's really hard. We have like one row of ranunculus in. Poor babies were flooded, but they're coming back, so that's very exciting. And we have a couple more 1,000 corums of ranunculus, which are a beautiful spring crop. Most people mistaken them for peonies or roses, so that'll be really exciting to see. Like almost this entire field will be covered because I went ranunculus crazy in my winter purchasing. So that's going to be beautiful. After ranunculus will come our spring, late spring, and then fall to summer bulbs, so things like dahlias and zinnias. And we'll have a huge planting of like this really blush pink that will go back behind me. So it'll be really exciting, and I'm just really wanting to show you guys all the different flowers that we have to offer and potentially how to grow some yourself if you're interested. So here are the realities of taking a kind of risk with early spring crops, especially if you don't have infrastructure. Weather is going to be your biggest battle. So this was a row of ranunculus that had been pre-sprouted in the late fall, early winter, and then we planted them out originally. Unfortunately, Skagit Valley had a huge amount of rainfall and flooding. So this whole row was underwater for about a week, which is usually death to a crop. But miracle of miracles, a lot of these guys are still alive, so we're just gonna leave them alone and let them do their thing so that they can recover in time for spring. But let me show you guys what they should be looking at this stage, because we have a couple overwinter crops. Come with me through here, this chaos corner of the farm. This is where we grew most of the ranunculus last year. You can see obviously there's a lot of cleanup to do, but if you crouch down here, so these are corums that I didn't pull out of the ground. So these have been entirely on their own. And look how bushy and lush the foliage is compared to those poor guys that had been flooded. So these will probably bloom in the next couple months. They'll bloom about 2 weeks earlier than the ones you saw before. So that's the power of being able to overwinter your corums. So hopefully we can explore doing that a little bit next season. But these are what they will look like. We'll have future plantings to show you guys. In fact, we actually have some ranunculus corums that we have pre-sprouted that I can show you They were supposed to go on the ground today, but as I said, it's too cold for that. But you'll be able to see what they should be looking like. Before I give you guys a taste of what ranunculus should be looking like, I want to show you guys another spring crop that we have here on the farm. These are anemones, and I trialed them last year for the first time. For whatever reason, I've always been really intimidated to grow them, but went for it last year and they performed beautifully. Again, these are ones that did not get out of the ground, that have overwintered, and it is late January and look at that. We already have a flower popping up. So this is why I love spring crops so much, because they are so resilient and you can get flowers really early in the spring if you overwinter or plant in the late winter. So that's what we're after. But let's go look at the ranunculus now. Ranunculus. These babies are way overdue for a planting. They're far too developed. It's actually a little bit of a risk to be planting them, but we're going to anyways. This is the ideal stage that you want your ranunculus plantings at if you're pre-sprouting. They have 1 or 2 true leaves. They're not too far along in their development, so these guys will be ideal to get out there here in probably next week. So if you clicked on this video to watch lots of flowers and stuff, you're probably a little disappointed with a big muddy field. But those are the realities of farming, and that's the side that you don't always see, which I always want to make sure I'm showing you guys because it's part of the process. That being said, you're gonna see a ton of blossoms and blooms here pretty soon. Last year we had probably 2,000 ranunculus that were overflowing, and I had more blooms than I had hands last year, so you'll see some really exciting pictures and videos. If you're local to Skagit or Whatcom area, you can even get your hands on some. So it's going to be a really beautiful season. We're coming back from a couple seasons off, so it's going to be a process to get back there, but I'm really excited for this journey and excited to have anyone who's willing to come along with me on it. And that's really my slogan, like live funky, bloom boldly. So we're gonna bloom boldly this year. If y'all want to be around flowers a little bit more frequently, then a YouTube channel will probably post on here. Hopefully once a month is the goal, but I post pretty frequently on my Instagram at FlowerFunk Blooms, and I have a website that you can click below as well. So stay tuned on all your platforms. All right, thank you everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you next time, as long as you make sure to hit that subscribe button. I look forward to more videos with you, more time in the garden, and hopefully see you guys out at some flower farmers markets if you live locally. All right, bye everyone.